guys, how's it going? Figured I'd smoke and talk to you guys about something that has been a fascination of mine since I was a young kid. And most people think a fascination with death is demonic, which it is not. If you're not fascinated by death, by your mortality, then, in my opinion, you are not sane. Everyone has a small, slight fascination or curiosity about death and mortality. To say you don't, you're only in denial of denial of oneself. Hold on. By the way. Nice little ball. So, to say that a person is a Satanist, demonic, anti-Christian, dark, twisted, not sane because he is curious about death, about someone's mortality, is idiocy. The only reason death is interesting is because it holds such negative imagery. People fear it in our society so much that it is almost a taboo subject to even bring up or discuss. And why is that? As human animals, we live and we die on a daily basis. When we are born, we start to die slowly. So why is it that we are so insecure of death when we know from the moment we're born, we start to die? Why is that? Is it because we are insecure of ourselves? Is it because we're insecure of our culture? Is it because of social norms and social obedience brought upon us by social normality? Why? For me, researching death and researching, autopsy reports and stuff like that is interesting. It gives you a better understanding and appreciation of life now. To enjoy what you have on this fucking earth. To do what the fuck you want to do and have no remorse or no regrets for it. It also makes you appreciate the human form and your friends and family better. It also gives you a gateway to the past, to your heritage. So, but then again, in our society, the way death is depicted is evil, dark, violent, malevolent, skulls, crossbones, and all this shit. And in the Christian faith, death is a shunned topic unless you're a Christian. You have to be a Christian in order to talk about death. If you're not a Christian, you talking about death is satanic and immoral. I don't get it. We live and we die. Okay, period. Flat out. But why is it that after we die, that somehow it's okay then? But before we die, to talk about death, it is completely bizarre and weird. God forbid someone says, hey, you know what, I read an autopsy report where a guy got his head severed, but they found no brain. But they did find the brain, grind it up in a mixture lab. To bring that up would be ironic today, or demonic or weird. But how is that weird? How is better understanding the human psyche and human animal weird? How is better understanding how the process of decomposition and death go? How is that weird? It's not weird. It is a natural human fascination. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks like this. Maybe I am weird. Maybe I am a weird person because I am fascinated by fucking death. Maybe that's why. I want to become a mortician. And that's what I'm studying to become. Maybe that's it. I've had a fascination with death my entire life. I've been fascinated by the human body and how it decomposes and in what stages of just process it goes through. Not to say that, I've gotten flack for having a fascination with death, because I have by many people. They think it's weird. I don't think it's weird. I think it's weird that if you don't have any type of fascination or inclination of interest of death. People who fear death fear life and fear themselves. People who embrace death are more comfortable with life and their decisions because they know eventually they will die. But they are not in fear of that process because they have embraced it as a natural cycle of nature. Anyway, this has been pretty much a rant at this point. Hopefully this made some sense. I tried to make a little bit of sense there. So yeah, does anyone else feel that our society has a stigma attached to anyone who is fascinated by death, corpses, etc.? Anything that has to do with the death process? Because I've noticed a lot of people on YouTube, specifically Christians, who criticize anyone who has a fascination with death. Christians are obsessed with fucking death. That is what they fear. That is what they go to church for every single Sunday. It's because they are afraid of what might happen. Not what will happen, but what might happen. And I don't know about you, but to me that's a pretty boring, vain existence. Where do you fall on this? Let me know. Peace.